Okay, let's try this again. 3, 2, 1, go. Go ahead into Cornelia Castle. Grab that hammer. Oopsie. Okay, that was a little better. Not the cleanest I've done it, but that's a little better. Go ahead and make our way up to the Chaos Shrine once again. Really crazy horse once again. Why am I not doing a glitchless run? I would say I'd switch to a glitchless run, but I already did glitch, so I've already invalidated the run. I'm also nowhere near set up for for a glitchless run party. 3 crazy horses on the western half of the bridge. That is incredibly rare to see. That's one of those fringe cases where, like, for the encounter zones and such like that, where actually it's like you're not. I don't think you're supposed to see like more than one of those in this early portion of the game, but that's if you're far enough, I think, to the east on certain portions of the map there, you can actually hit the zone line where you can potentially run into, I think it's like 2 to 4 of those. So that's incredibly rare to see on the western half of the map there. And it's normally going to happen there, I think, right where I was standing. I think that's where the zone overlap is. I don't quite recall. This was set to be a pretty close to a 230 Garland, but then I ran into the wolf encounter, into the zombie encounter. If I didn't get at least one of those encounters, I think I could have gotten, like, just squeaked it under 230. So we've rescued our princess once again. Go ahead, talk to Sarah, get our loot. We're not gonna use this loot for at least another hour and 20 minutes or so. Got a cutscene here, we just have to watch this bridge being built. Okay, we'll go ahead and make our way to the bridge. I have gotten an encounter, I'm pretty sure, on that tile or within 2 steps of that tile on every single run I've done tonight. So I'm either really, really good at hitting a particular frame upon starting the game, or that is an incredible heck of a coincidence. go ahead and make our way to Provoca now. 2 encounters. 2 encounters first round run is not bad. 3 encounters first round run. Four encounters first round run. Thief is doing the thief things, that's good. Okay, let's see if I can actually remember how to shop properly this time. I didn't sell anything, so we're already off to a great start. Okay, 5, 4, 1, 1. Okay. I at least remember the proper quantities this time. So defend, Judgment Staff, and Judgment Staff. Nice! First turn, Judgment Staff. That's best RNG. So gonna lose a little bit of time compared to gold because I split on talking to the pirate, but not a whole lot of time. There we go. So I'm maintaining pace, that's good. And it's a good thing I did that shopping ahead of time because I just saw where that green-haired spawned. That would have blocked my path almost immediately. Alright, go ahead, do our 15 puzzle attempts. I'm actually going to do that like this, I think. Okay. This is by no means the optimal way to do this, but I'm going ahead at least identify the issue quickly. That's actually the more important thing in 15 puzzle, is that you identify your problem spot soon and how to adjust from there. So that was a little slow, but for my standards anyway. But at least we were still able to come in relatively close to second place timing. I'm gonna do it this way. Nice, second try emergency exit, not bad. And I have a Hermes shoes actually, so that I can actually use that on the chaos fight if I don't get haste on the ninja, so that's actually a good backup to have. Got the 1 emergency exit though, so that's good at least. So the Hermes shoes is a consumable item that casts the haste spell, and usually this early on we don't have access to haste, so it's not terribly important for the Lich fight in any percent, but in glitchless PSP and like GBA for example, having that would actually be very good for the Lich fight because it gives us better damage consistency for Lich because we can haste our damage dealer. Haste in Final Fantasy 1 doesn't increase how soon you go in the turn order, it actually just doubles the amount of attacks you do per round. So it's really, really good for damage rolls, but because in PSP we have Barbarian Swords, we don't necessarily need to have the double attacks early on. So the biggest thing that it would actually be useful for is if we don't, for whatever reason, we don't get haste on our ninja in time, we can just use that in place of having to cast the actual haste spell. Getting a lot of these early encounters once again, but not anything that's too terribly difficult to run from at least. I think I did have like 1 regular wolf encounter. That was like the hardest thing to run from. I did also have I think ogre gigaswarm ambush. That's not the worst thing in the world though. Oopsie. Okay, squeezed in before the bat managed to block me, so that's good. Go ahead, heal my party up now. It's a bad turn order because we got the we had the 3 Piscadines to go first, but this is actually a very good split. So on a hyper competitive time, you would actually want to see like a sub 10-minute Piscademon split. Because I go for double emergency exit, and when I do it, I by nature of how I do my runs, put myself about a minute behind from the Piscademon split. So if you factor out that minute I spend doing the 15 puzzle, that is actually a 940. And so that's actually a really good start for the early game for the Piscademon splits. It's actually, that's a nice sub 130 pace run actually. For like a hyper competitive, like a 125, you'd probably want to see probably closer in the neighborhood to maybe closer to like 915 Piscademons. So, but I'm actually very happy with that to be in like a 940 if you factor out the time that I spend doing the 15 puzzle. So that's really good to see. And in actuality, I'm actually maybe only about 30 seconds behind because I do have the emergency exit, so I count that 30 seconds from just having the extra puzzle. So because I'll save maybe in the neighborhood of about 2 minutes on the vampire split, so we'll see how this goes actually. If we can keep up this pace and we don't get like too slowed down by encounter RNG and such, we might actually be able to get a run going here. That's actually a really good start. Getting a couple of extra encounters compared to what I would like for this split here, but we still should be able to beat Astos in about the 2-minute range. So I think the only thing we don't want to see here is a death on the Black Mage, because with 4 Piscademons, as long as the Black Mage gets the Astos EXP, we should probably hit level 8 no problem. Okay, death on the warrior is actually not bad. That's actually great because now the mages get a higher share of EXP and so do the thief does. So I'll lose a couple of seconds having to bring back the warrior, but the white mage actually hit her damage roll, so I actually don't lose a whole lot of time. I do lose actually a small fraction of time because I didn't need the thieves attack there. Could have saved a couple of seconds for if the black mage optimally went afterward, but this at least guarantees that I'm level 8 for the mage, for the black mage. Probably even level 9 by this point. It puts the thief ahead on EXP as well, so that we're more likely to hit level 15 for the haste when we do the shopping. So that's not bad actually. It will balance out though because the warrior does lose some HP, so the damage rolls might be a little bit more awkward on the lich fight, but the thief should be able to compensate by being slightly more ahead in EXP. So actually, as long as we can get some decent encounter luck on the way to Matoya, we should actually be able to maintain this pace here. Go ahead, duck into Elfheim, and we'll go ahead and buy our spells now. Get the Fyra and the Thundara. I'll go ahead and grab the gold needles for safety, because I actually do want to try and make sure this run stays alive. I don't know, I'll make the judgment call on when I'm at Lich if I want to safety save there or not, but I'd rather not lose the run to petrification. If I get full petrified, I can't do anything about that, but if I can run from partial petrification, I'd want to make sure I can salvage the run. So we have Thundara and Fyra in our party. Now those will save us a couple of seconds of animation time compared to casting Flare from the Judgment Staff, and over the course of an hour-and-a-half run, we'll save maybe in about a little over a minute. So it actually does make a difference for having those spells there. And then, because we glitch equipment into our inventory, we can actually boost the intelligence of our mage, so we can actually get Fyra, Thundara, and Blizzara to deal a significant chunk of damage even without having to use Flare. Flare does have a higher damage cap because it's a higher level spell, level 8 compared to level 3 or 4 for the other 3 elemental spells. But you don't really need anything to cast more than, like, if you're killing random encounters, maybe then more about 300 or so. So if you're gonna get that, might as well just cast the faster spell animation one. So actually able to make really good time there. Yeah, so that time loss on Astos is about what I expected given how many encounters I had there, but looks like we were able to make it back with the Matoya split. Really, really good to see that. So hopefully, as long as we can... Actually, even if we get encounters, as long as there are more encounters like the goblins or the preemptives, I'm fine with that. As long as they're easy things to run from. A lot of this early game is kind of just based around what your encounters you can get and how well you can adapt with what the game's throwing at you. And I've played GBA and I've played GBA enough and to know for this one, like, I have set strategies in mind. So it's just a minor adjustment of just, you know, what tools do I have available to me in PSP. And for the most part, it's actually not that big of an adjustment. You're actually just more overpowered in PSP compared to where you are at this point in GBA. So this will probably break even with gold, depending on how quickly I mash here. It might be a couple of second gold split, actually. Yeah, just barely. That's like a fraction gold split. So actually, that's about even with my gold split. So that's actually really good to see. That means I had a really, really good walk from Matoya to back to the Elven Castle. I think it was like, what, let's see... 3 encounters on the ground and no encounters on the water, and actually the no encounters on the water is the most important part of that. So I'm actually going to focus up a little bit here because I can actually save a lot of time if I can get this menu done quickly. Okay, I was happy with that up until the Black Mage, because I got it within like 1 or 2 attempts before the Black Mage, but the Black Mage slowed me down a little bit there. So that probably broke even with my normal menu glitching attempts, but we'll see what happens when we get to the Dwarf Cave. I think my Dwarf Cave split is about as optimal as I can get it on PSP, factoring in my equipment glitching. So like the best way I can improve my Dwarf Cave split is basically just to get better at the equipment glitch. And it's again one of those things where just glitching to the left is just a little bit difficult for me, so I just have to practice that some more. Two, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. I think that's what it is for my lineup. A little bit too far to the left, that's alright. That was the difference between turning on 4 and 1,000. So this is actually already a much better Dwarf Cave split because this is only 2 encounters on land and no encounters on water. So actually this is another gold split. Because it'll probably take me about 30 seconds for the dwarf cutscene, so we should be ahead by quite a bit here actually. Go ahead, skip that cutscene. Nice. Yeah, just under 30-second gold. Alright, so actually, if we can keep this up, I have a lot of high hopes for this run. Oh wow, what the oh, that was a formation of NPC movement I have not seen before. Those two dwarves were really trying to get in my way. That's actually the first bad. This is actually the first bad encounter I've had in a long stretch of this split, so that's actually all right. Man, I love having thieves' armlets. GBA, I would probably be queuing up a what's it called, Thundara with the mage there. Don't mind that bonk into the canal. I don't know what my D-pad was doing there. Okay, go ahead, sell our knight's armors. Buy that steel glove now. Come on. There we go, okay. Alright, so we have our barbarian swords, we have sage's staff on both of our mages, so our mages have plus 15 intelligence, which will allow them to hit the spell damage rolls, which is a good backup to have if reason why we have it on the white mage too is just in case if, like, say for example my black mage gets paralyzed or petrified and is unable to cast spells, I can use the white mage to just use the judgment staff instead, and then she'll be able to hit their damage rolls. I'll lose a little bit of time from the animation, but it still at least guarantees the 1 round of combat. And then I have barbarian swords on my warrior and thief, and so they can just physically mow down anything in their way. Warrior a little bit low on HP, but as long as nothing crits him, he'd probably be fine. Just go ahead and make our way to the vampire and we'll see what happens from there. This might be a little bit difficult to run from. Okay, Thief clutches it out. I actually forget that I'm actually a little bit ahead of on EXP for the Thief and the Mages because of the Warrior death at Astos. So that might factor in a tiny fraction, maybe being like maybe another level or so ahead from what compared to what I'm used to. Okay, got in there before the bat blocked my path, so that's good. That bat cooperated, that's good. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Nice, thank you. Very solid Earth B3. Very nice. Whoopsie. Very solid. And then now I'm able to just I'll save some additional time here because I have the emergency exit from the second try, so I can just teleport out here, and I don't have the chance of losing this pace to bad encounter luck on the way back. So that was about an average Earth Floor B2. B1 is kind of just whatever, only the one encounter there, but that was a really good B3. I don't think I got any encounters on that, which is what you really like to see. So go ahead and make our way to the Giant's Cave now. Sabertooth is fine. Oh, I guess Sabertooth I have to... Okay. Able to get there. Maybe for Lesser Tiger I should attack it. Just in case. Because the thing about a Lesser Tiger is that it's supposed to be like one of the super agile things that are difficult to run from. So... Because in GBA I would fight it, but in PSP, because I have agility gear, I typically run from most things. Although given that I had 2 run fails between the Thief and the White Mage, yeah, it's probably safer for Lesser Tigers if I just attack rather than try to flee. So we're going to lose a little bit of time here just because of encounter luck. I had a really solid walk to Sarda here, but still being ahead, by several minutes here is really nice. Let's see if I can get it in before 27 minutes. Eh, that counts. 26:59 is not 27, so that is still sub 27. Nice preemptive strike against the Lesser Tiger. Go ahead and make our way back to the Earth Cave now. So kind of an unfortunate thing of Final Fantasy 1 as a being originally an NES era RPGs is you just kind of have a lot of this back and forth in the early game because of memory limitations on the NES. You couldn't, it's not like modern games where, you know, we can have this big, expansive world and it's just a matter of you might not be able to access certain areas just from not having a certain skill or anything like that. But in this one, they had a very small area, and so what they did instead was they just made you backtrack a lot. So that's why through the Lich Split is just a lot of early game fetch questing and such. Because we'd clear the Earth Cave in one attempt if we could. That's a rude encounter before the stairs. Yeah, we'd clear the Earth Cave in one trip if we could, but unfortunately, due to plot limitations, we have to backtrack out and get that Earth Rod before we can continue down further. So getting all these encounters on B2 is actually not bad, as long as I don't get them on B3. B3 is the one I really want to avoid counters. B-Floor, to a slightly lesser extent, there's more encounter formations which dilute the bad encounters on B4. But B3 is really nasty. That's a nice preemptive against ogres I had. Okay, Bat Corridor corroborated-ish, except for that first bat. One tile too low. Nice. That is another solid Earth Cave B3. Only one encounter, and that was a preemptive ogre ambush, so... Or rather, preemptive ogre strike, so... That's not a bad thing at all. This, however, is less convenient. I think for safety, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to fire these things down. I'll take the 5-second animation to just guarantee that I end this fight in one round. Okay, this is a unrunnable encounter, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just do the Thundara. So only 2 encounters on B4, and then it was a... Well, granted, it was a unrunnable, and it was a ambush against... what's it called? Wraiths, so... Not great, but still, not bad. I'm actually going to go ahead and just take the safety save, just because I really don't want to lose this run. And especially because, too, I don't know if I'm going to make this damage roll with the warrior still being at level 8. So I'll lose a little bit of time to the save, but, you know, I'd rather lose that time rather than lose the run. Because even if I lose a little bit of time to our reset, this is still going to be a really, really good pace run if this keeps up. Nice crit. We needed that. Wow, a 31 Lich. That is actually really, really good to see. So a 30, like, cause like I think as long as you can maintain like, so like Seiya's old world record, currently second place, had like a 30-minute Lich. I think Soma's current world record has a 30. It's like a high 31 or 32. I don't quite remember, but like around the 32 range, you're on pace to hit like 125 times. So that's actually really, really good to see. I'm really happy to see that right now. I have a lot of high hopes for this run. I can't wait for them to come crashing down horribly because that's just what this game does. But I have I'm really liking this pace. I'm compared to how my last run started. This is a much needed, you know, morale boost. Let's keep this up. So now that we've beaten the Fiend of Earth, we'll go ahead and make our way to Crescent Lake, grab our canoe. Preemptive strike against 3 lesser tigers is very good to see. That most certainly would not have been a 6-4 run if I tried to run from that otherwise, so that would have been one of those instances where I would have gone for the kill for that. I'm going to do this way. I keep forgetting I can left and right on that menu just because I'm used to GBA menus where I only have the 1 bar, and so I just have to go up and down on it. Okay, so this is already not what's it called? Not a great post Earth Cave, just because of how many encounters I'm getting here on the water. Hopefully the rest of the encounters along the way can salvage just a little bit, but I'm probably gonna lose a little bit of time now because I have to get to Crescent Lake still, and then I have the equipment menuing before the canoe. So, because usually by this point I'm already at Crescent Lake, and then and then I just lose time to equipment menuing. So this is probably looking closer to a 4.5 minute Crescent Lake split compared to the 3:45 in for my gold. Go ahead and make our way to Crescent Lake as I bonk into that river. This is not a great ambush. Okay, so this might be closer to like a 5-minute Crescent Lake split now. Unless I can get like really, really fast on the menu for this one here, but I don't know, I really, really not practice on these menus still, so we'll have to, hopefully I can get the timing down correctly. Okay, we'll get the gloves. Go ahead, get the axe. Okay, and equipment glitch time. Come on, come on! I did the slow menu to that one again. Okay, I was really happy with that, how that started, but then glitching to the left happened. Ay ay ay. Still somehow did not lose time. Alright. So the warrior is dead already, which is good and bad because it's bad because I'm down one person, but that's good because it's one less person I have to kill off for the eye grind. So I can actually afford to now just wait for like a gaze attack from the eye now instead of having to rely on the Thundara solely. And actually, the being down one party member doesn't matter a whole lot comparatively because the warrior does have the worst equipment gear compared to the rest of the party now. So it still works out in the end. Getting a lot of these encounters on the way back to the ship though, so that's not all that great. Once again, we're just going to go ahead and play it safe. We're going to queue up the Fleas and the Thundara. Actually, with the Black Garbs, I could probably flee from those Sahagins without issue too much. I keep forgetting how much of a bonus to agility I have from PSP, just from not having run this thing. I'm used to not having like any bonuses whatsoever in GBA. So probably still not going to save at Ice Cave. Let me think about that for a little bit. I don't think I'll save when I go in, but if I can make it to the halfway point, I might save there depending on what my pacing is like. Because my last PB already had a terrible Ice Cave to begin with, so this is not a... what's it called? I'm probably going to be ahead by this split. So... as long as I don't run into anything too terribly dangerous. It's not a bad start, only one encounter on the first floor. So I bonk into a wall. Okay, that's a white dragon. We're gonna go ahead and kill you. Okay, this I'm going to do this on... Once again, I forgot, I don't have Sage's Staff anymore. I should be Judgment Staffing those things. So it's a good thing we got the Flea there. Go ahead and just play it safe. We'll just Judgment Staff this thing down. Okay, nice preemptive strike. I was really scared that that was going to be an ambush. Okay, so we're going to do the... So we lost some time to having the one round, but it's only a 3-pack, so we'll go ahead and do it this way. Okay, second try run on the first attempt is not bad. So this is actually... Wow, this is a really painless ice cave. Okay, so level 12 right now. I did that movement really, really slow because I didn't want to fall off. Okay, I'm going to do this with you just to make sure that the Black Mage can survive. Because I actually want the Thief to die anyway, so him not being in a defensive stance is good. Paralysis is fine. I need him to do either stone the Thief now or do the Thundara. Okay, Thundara works, that's fine. Okay, now I can just physical him down. So I was at level 12 for both of my mages, so that'll save me some time because I can just count now. 13. $14. It should be 15 now. That's 16. So I'm gonna do 17 plus 1 because it's a PB attempt. So this I should be 17, and then I just need to do plus 1. That's 17, so one more. I think I'm 18 now because of that. Oh well, it's fine. It works out either way, actually. Yeah, I'm 18 now because of that. Oh well. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Whoopsie. That's fine. So it means I might not necessarily get level 15 on the Thief now, but I should still be able to, what's it called? But at least now I'm not in any critical danger of trying to chance out level 19 for the mages. Oh, hey Nikki! Yeah, I think the 17 plus 1 for that one there was because I had a death at Astos where the warrior died, so the mages got more EXP on the Astos fight, so I think that's what that came from. I'm going to do it this way just to be safe. I'm actually glad nobody got petrified there, so... Thank you for the good luck, by the way, Nikki. Oh, that is true, yeah, I had a white dragon at kill that didn't I? Why am I fleeing? What the heck am I doing? Yeah, it's not anything bad if it happens that you reach level 18, but it's actually really good because it means you're ahead on EXP, so if you're planning on doing the strat anyway, it loses you no time. I did also get a Hermes shoes from the 215 puzzle attempts I did. So I got Hermes shoes and a emergency exit, so even if the thief doesn't get to level 15 for haste, I can always just throw the haste on the chaos fight instead. So it works, the turns work out either way. Go ahead and make our way back to our boat now. Lost a little bit of time from those encounters in the ice cave, but that's alright. The main thing is that actually, even with that Cockatrice Mummy ambush, nobody got petrified or died. And I dodged like the really dangerous encounters. So like the one white dragon I saw didn't ice storm us. I didn't get a dark wizard fire rocket to the face. Mind flayers were nice for once. So a little bit of time lost, but that's mostly just to those encounters. Okay, now we'll make our way to Citadel. Okay, I knew my lineup was somewhere around there past Gaia, so I guess that works. Okay, Were-Tiger ambush is not a problem. I will have to heal off that poison though, that's a little annoying. Where are my antidotes? So this encounter luck is about what I would expect here. As long as we don't get sandworms or anything like that, that's probably like the one thing that would probably scare the hell out of me right now. Okay, 3 encounters and what's it called? Only having to lose the stop for the poison, so that's not terrible. So I'm 12 on the thief and 18 on the mages, so... If I get a preemptive on the nightmare tile, I might take 1 if it's a single. The double... The double nightmare tile would be a little bit thing, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to chance 19 on a single dragon zombie. I'm like scrambling to do general math in my head because I don't quite know the numbers for 19. I know dragon zombies give like 2400 EXP, but I don't know like the physical count of the monsters I need to kill. So not seeing a Minotaur zombie is actually making the math a little bit hard here, but I think for safety I might just kill the nightmares if I don't get a preemptive. Okay, actually this one I'm just gonna take. Because I'll probably not get a preemptive on the way back. Yeah, so this one I'll just go ahead and kill because I have to fight the 2 of them anyway. Well, rough turn order there, but that's alright. Okay, so that's 13 for the thief. That was I think that was a sub 3 minute, Citadel up to the rat tail. So that's actually pretty good. Nice, double dragon zombie. So actually, this should give me plenty of EXP as far as 19 is concerned. Yep, okay. That's 19 for the mages and, what did I say, 13? 14 for the thief. So I might be shy for 15 for Marilith, but that's actually okay. I'd rather be the thief, be 14, and level up on Marilith anyway, because then I get the MP level. So this will actually work out really, really nicely. Go ahead, make our way back to our airship now so we can do class change. Okay, Allosaurus Wyvern is not a problem. Beretta is not a problem. I was a little nervous in this area just for that really just string of bad RNG where you just get the ambush into the sandworm, into the earth cave, into the party wipe. So always in the back of your mind. You don't intentionally try to avoid it, but it's always in the back of your mind, especially in a PB attempt. In a race setting, you would just save. What's it called? But in a PB attempt, it's always in the back of your mind. Nice. That's even with all the encounters I had actually going over, so that's actually really good for Bahamut. Okay, so now we can go ahead, grab our Oxyale. So I think the difference here would just be if I get any encounters on the way to the caravan. Stuttered for a little bit there. Ah, that's one before the caravan entrance. I normally try to be clever and just grab the 2 giant tonics there, but given how my current HPs are, I'm gonna probably need to tonic up both my ninja and my black mage, and then I probably, for all I know, I might need to tonic up the white mage too. Alright, so go ahead and make our way to the back. Good, the NPC didn't wander off to over there to block my path. He came really close at the start of the night. He was like 1 tile off. Go ahead, talk to the bottle fairy now. Alright, so about even, actually. And that was just because of the, So that Beretta encounter is basically the difference between that being, what's it called? Even with PB and even with gold. So. Alright, so we've done all of our shopping for this portion here. We can just go to the volcano now. Nice lineup. Step on all the lava tiles and just pray we don't get an encounter. Bonk into a wall. That's an encounter. That's a fire hydrant. Oopsie, extra step there. Aye, bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk City. Oh, bonk. Okay, we're past the scary part. I can breathe now. We're not gonna be quite at full HP, we're gonna be like 1 thing off, but that's fine. I like to heal while still on the lava just in case when I step back onto the places where I can get an encounter, I get into the thing. I'm pretty sure that this formation down at this level is unrunnable, so I'm just gonna go ahead and kill you. I think I'm gonna go for the attack, actually, just to ensure the 1 round. Just because the warrior is low on damage. Hey, the 1 that actually mattered for the 1 round. I probably didn't need to attack with the white mage, but the black mage getting the crit there actually probably mattered for the 1 round. So that's a 54 Marilith. That's pretty good, actually. Go ahead, sail our way now to Elfheim. Oh, well, way overshot it, yep. I was just like, I had to remember that peninsula for something. That's right, I was supposed to turn there. So I didn't think so, but yeah, because I think, yeah, that level up I saw back at the volcano, I'm pretty sure was for the warrior. But like I said, it's fine that I don't get it. I have the Hermes shoes as the backup, so it works out either way in the end. I almost did the thing where I went up instead of to the Let's go to the right. I also did the thing again where I took the long way to get that menu rather than doing just the one down input, or rather the one up input. I did the 3 downs. Losing the frames to menuing, no! Need to remember to do this lineup rather than the other one in GBA. GBA I can do straight up from Melmon, but PSP I have to go west or east first. No, wait, I was right the first time. West first and then go north. Just because the camera angle is tilted more that I can't see my normal... I used one of the Cardia Islands actually as a lineup, so I know where Onrock is in GBA, but I can't do that on PSP because I would actually sail past my line, what's it called, where Onrock is before I would see the Cardia Island, so I'd have to double back on the tile. Okay, we beat the menu boss. Save those little extra frames there. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, we'll go ahead and... Actually, what I should have done that in the Marilith menu, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Something I need to remember for future runs. Because even if I don't have the Hilara yet, it's because I'm going to be using it. Eventually, it just saves me a menu. Sharks are fine. I don't much care for the ambush, but as long as it's sharks, so I'm fine with that. I'll compromise with you, game. Meet you halfway. Go ahead and make our way down. Okay, this is still fine, actually. So on the mermaid floor, don't have to worry about encounters. We'll go ahead and make our way to the back and around. Go ahead and grab the Rosetta Stone here. Nice 10 seconds saved compared to gold. What am I doing? I have teleport. Getting too excited. Calm down. Calm down, Toku. Just play right, play smart. Just finish the run. Play to finish the run. Don't get excited about what time you're gonna have. Just play to finish the run. Go ahead, grab the light axe. Actually, once again, I just realized I forgot to put the Lordly Robe onto my Black Mage here, so I'm glad I didn't have to cast spells with him. I also didn't need to put that extra survival vest on him. And now, once again, I'm screwing up this menu here. Oopsie. Okay, that's fine as is. That needs to be like that. That's not right. Okay, that can go like that. That. Come on, there we go. Whoopsie. That was a weird way to do that menu, but okay. That wasn't terrible. That could have been done a little bit better, but that was not terrible for what my menuing is like. Well, that was a really long load time. I actually saw that for a second. The screen went black there. That was a little bit longer of a load time for an encounter. That's my first unrunnable in the dungeon so far, so that's actually really good for a Sea Shrine. Of course, I just went ahead and jinxed it now that I've said that. So here come all the Sahagins and the water elementals. Okay, so no more Sahagins, but I can still run into water elementals on this floor. Speaking of water elementals, go ahead and put my menu up for the Kraken fight. One encounter to Kraken, holy cow, on the first floor. Actually, because the warrior's down on levels, I don't know if I can one round him. Well, we'll see what happens. Oh, that was rude, he got a turn in. Oh, I'll just... Oh, we're fine. That was like 100 damage over. So 102 Kraken. Really, that was a 3.5 minute split to Kraken from the Rosetta Stone. It is a wonder what you can do without running into a lot of unrunnable encounters. This is going to be a really, really tough shrine to compare against. For future runs, that is going to be tough. Go ahead, now make our way to the waterfall as we bonk against those mountains. You know, I don't know that I've actually seen those Hilgargus lizards there before. It's an incredibly rare encounter to see. Either that or I just haven't been paying attention. I think I've seen the Hilgargus there, I haven't seen the lizard, I think that's what's throwing me off. Okay, so my waterfall cavern split is actually a little tough to run against here. Because I didn't get a whole lot of what's it called? I didn't get a whole lot of encounters, and the few encounters that I did get were like Clay Golem Mummy. I overstepped again. So I have to step around that bat now. So that's 3 already, 4, so single nightmare. Go ahead and just kill this. I probably could run from that actually with surrounding vests on. Yeah, so we're probably looking at like maybe like a 3-minute waterfall here because of just the encounters. That's fine. That's actually about normal for, let's go up for waterfall. Just waterfall doing waterfall things. Just the back half of the dungeon we have just all the nightmares. Alright, come on mages, make me proud. Thank you. Oh boy. That's looking closer to a 3.5 minute waterfall now. I just hope the robot's in a good spot at this point. Well, that's technically a good spot. Yeah, 3.5 minute waterfall. That's about right. Excuse me. Beep beep. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, glitch that onto Gaunt Axe. And then this is actually something that I personally am trying to do because and I think it's worked out so far for me actually is that I put the ribbon on the Black Mage early because I found that for encounters that I run into with like a few minor exceptions of things like maybe like specifically Ice Gigas, Purple Worms and such. So there's just a few fringe cases where actually only having the one Lordly Robe, you can still actually hit your damage rolls pretty favorably because you'll still hit in like the 280 range for the damage, and that will actually kill most of the things that you need to fight for the upcoming sections when you factor in elemental weaknesses. There's very few things that you just need to straight up kill it with just the raw damage of the spell, so it's a thing where I like to do where I just throw the ribbon on early and then it keeps the Black Mage alive for things like Tiamat. That is a terrible Dr. Un spot. But yeah, that ribbon on the Black Mage is just from my observations of just what encounters I usually have to fight for this back half of the run and those sorts of things there. Hello, please menu. Go ahead and sail the correct way to Tulifania this time because the start of the night I sailed the wrong way. Took the long way to do it. Might have overshot it by a tile or two. Oh wow, no, my lineup, yeah, tile or two. That wasn't a terrible lineup though. Take a few extra steps out of the way here just to step on more marsh tiles so I can step on slightly fewer forest tiles. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about because I think these Minotaur zombies only have like 240 HP and so we can still kill them with the fire so even just only having the one Lordly Robe there. And then like at 280 you can actually still kill a Vampire Pack if you really need to fight that thing for whatever reason. And then most anything else down you can just physical, so it actually works out either way. And then for those few fringe cases where it's like if I run into like in Ice Gigas in Chaos Shrine or for Purple Worms, I'll just Judgment Staff them down. I'll take the small like, you know, 3 seconds I lose there. Okay, one NPC cooperated this time. Just barely missed gold. Oh, I love my detailed split information. Potential time... What's it called? Potential time save, 39.2 seconds. Time save, 39.0. That basically just means I was just even with my gold split, and that minor difference is just from human reaction time. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna blame the NPC that blocked my path. Gotta blame it on that NPC. Hey, those wolf encounters are fine as long as we don't get the ambushes, so that's actually good to see. And then the river encounters aren't bad because none of them are like strictly terrible. Two-step encounter. So getting a lot of these encounters on the back half of the walk here, so probably gonna lose just a tiny amount of time on the Blue Dragon split, depending on how my Mirage Tower goes. One tile early. Go ahead and make our way around the Mirage Tower now. Oh! Lose a little bit of time here, depending on what these vampires decide to do. 2 physicals, 3 physical. Okay, 4 out of 5 physical is actually not bad. It's better than 4 out of 5 gazes, that's for sure. Make our way around. 1 extra step there, that's fine. Bonus blue dragon before the blue dragon trap tile. Alright, oop, bonk into a wall there. Death Eye. Dead Eye. This is the Evil Eye's brother. He's a little angry we killed him, so we're just going to reunite the 2 brothers. You know, I just noticed the Chimera has a goat head. I don't know how I didn't notice that before. Vampire Lord ambush. That's not great. Yeah, 2 out of 3 gazes. Not great. You know, that actually made me lose track of where I am in the floor, so I'm actually gonna play it the safe rate and do the staggered, rather than the what's it called, 2 in one direction that I normally do. I think I was still okay, so I should be walking to the tile here on this right now, but I just wanted to do that just to be safe. Okay, I haven't healed in a while, so I'm gonna do that now, because I was gonna heal for Tiamat anyway. Okay, now comes the tough splits though, because I was debating whether or not I was trying to go squeeze the haste in before the barbarian sword, but decided against it because if I get it, what's it called? I save a turn, but if I miss it, I lose time from the haste animation. And if I don't do it, I take the same number of turns regardless. So 2 out of 3 options end in a in a 2-round fight regardless, so okay, now comes the tricky splits though. My Chaos Shrine, I think in my PB was actually like fairly good comparatively. I didn't have a whole lot of encounters that kind of trolled me along the way there. At least for my Death Eye, the Death Eye and the Lich 2 split, I think, are fine. Actually, no, the Death Eye is a little fast. Lich 2, I think, is about average from the encounters. Carrie is fast because she has no encounters, but it's a short floor regardless anyway. Getting our airship now. I think I might need to get another controller. These things are starting to eat some of my inputs. Rude one-step encounter outside the Chaos Shrine. Yeah, I might need to get a controller like specifically for FF1. Just to like wear it in specifically for FF1 because I use this, the current controller I'm using is, I jump back and forth between my PS4 and my PSTV. That's something to think about for the future. Don't necessarily need one now. Okay. Let's focus up for a little bit here. I'll go ahead and heal my party actually, because I just remembered how low my ninja and my black mage are. Holy cow, it's a miracle. No encounters on the first floor. I actually think the green dragons is actually another one. It's like those fringe cases where there might be one of, like a minute chance that they'll live. I did have that happen, I think, early in the night, but that's one of those ones where I just don't play around it. That's a rude encounter to have. Make our way backtracking now. Once again, no encounters on the first one, so... Okay, let's see what this floor decides to throw at us. Wow, no encounters post-death, what's it called? Post-loot tile. One Black Knight encounter post-death eye, no encounters past loot tile, what the hell? This is probably going to be a gold lich split that I'm probably never going to beat again. I don't need to heal because I didn't take any damage. I should heal because my knight is below 300 HP though, so I'm going to just for the hell of it. Okay, this one I'm going to go for the haste just for the heck of it. I should have hasted the knight. There's the flare. That's a dead. Well, everything actually. Okay, so I lost some time from the haste animation. Whoa boy, what the hell? Okay, well, this is a thing. Okay, we're gonna do that. The worst of his spells is already done. Because we have the flare. So as long as he doesn't physical, we're fine. Because all of his spells after this are just status and AoE. So the risky thing was just does he physical the ninja down? So that's still a gold split. That's still a gold split, but that could have been better because of the flare death, and I lost some time because of the haste animation as well. But part of the reason that happened is because that even my ninja or my knight rather is actually low on HP for where he's at. So, but that's fine. I'd rather the ninja get more HP anyway, just to try and push his levels up. What I'm actually more glad about that lich fight is that I resisted my urge to reset because I remembered, oh right, I'm not saving. So that would have been really bad. I don't know how the hell I'm ever gonna beat this carry split actually. I think this was like a no encounter carry split that that I was going up against. Okay, preemptive is good. So that 108 is actually my gold split is actually, I think I got that earlier tonight, but oh, rip that drain because now we have to deal with these water elementals. Okay, got a nice strong level up for everybody there. That's good to see. So I think the black mage is at like 200 now, or close to it. Okay, 185 is... well, it should survive everything except the physical from Chaos. Still pretty darn close to the gold split though, at least. Because we only had the one water elementals, we didn't have anything too dangerous otherwise that we had to deal with. So I don't have haste on the ninja, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my final menuing now. I like doing this too because not only it sets me up for the chaos menu immediately, then I can just go right into the fight. It also gives me just a little bit of extra damage from the black mage being able to swing a barbarian sword on Tiamat. Probably doesn't make that huge of a significant difference given the amount of rounds it takes, but an extra 300-500 damage here and there is nice to have. My ninja is low rolling on damage though. I'm a little concerned about that. It still takes the same number of rounds regardless, but I might get maybe one turn sooner. Wow, Tiamat's being really rude. Oopsie. Okay. So I'm gonna Hermes choose the ninja. Haste with the black mage. Now the question is, who do I throw the Giant's Tonic onto? I think the answer is, what's it called? The ninja. Where is my Giant's Tonic? Because then I can haste the knight. And then I have haste on the two main damage dealers. And then if the black mage lives through the first turn, then I can just Giant's Tonic him on the next turn. Okay, that's optimal. That's optimal. That's fine. Because now I can do this instead. We can attack with a hasted ninja, and then the black mage can haste himself. So 1700. Now we're just in hold X to win. The ninja is still low rolling for how much damage he should be doing though. So that's like 5,900 damage right now, about a quarter of the way there. Okay, that's better. Okay, skills are fine. They're not advancing toward Kuraja at least, if they're just long animations. 31, 42, 59. So we're about like 10,000 or so, halfway there. Nice, that's 4,000. So probably 1 or 2 more rounds after this and we should be good. Can I squeak it in before 127? No, I don't think I can. It's gonna be close. Nope, just missed it. Just missed it! Alright. Good game, Chaos. Good game. If you're gonna troll me in some way, you're gonna troll me out of sub 127.